What's happening? It's your bro, King Blitz, checking in one time for the one time. Welcome back, kings and queens, to the kingdom. And if you are joining us for the first time, truly hope it's not your last. Today, we are going to be diving into the more personal side of Elvis. This is an interview in Madison Square Garden, New York, in 1972. So let's go ahead and cut this music off and dive right into it, y'all.
Introducing Mr. Vernon Presley, Elvis Presley's father.
Let's go.
Mr. Presley has a friend coming out.
First of all, I plead innocent of all charges.
All right. Thank you, dear. Love you too. Thank you.
It's pretty cool to see him sit next to his father.
Will you gentlemen get down in front a little bit? Get your pictures later, please.
I think it was a matter of not getting the building, the proper building. We had to wait our turn in order to get the building. Yeah. Couldn't get a good building in 15 years. No, all kidding aside, we had to wait our turn to get into the garden, you know. Oh, I like it. You know.
Why do you think you've outlasted every other entertainer from the 50s and, for that matter, the 60s as well?
I take vitamin E. I don't know.
You're stupid.
I was only kidding. I don't know. I just embarrassed myself, man. I don't know, dear. I enjoy the business. I like what I'm doing.
On the press corps that you really are a shy, humble, wonderful human being. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I don't know what makes them think that. You know, this gold belt and the...
I don't think he's shy.
Mr. Presley. Mr. Presley.
You have to flex one time.
Mr. Presley, while you're up, don't change that position for a minute. I'm reminded of the Ed Sullivan shows where they wouldn't shoot
So am
that
I.
low.
That's why I'm sitting down.
Yeah, the Ed Sullivan shows where they would only shoot from like the waist up.
Are you satisfied with the image
If I can
you've
find the right
established?
kind of... No, I stopped using that greasy kid stuff, too. Just like everybody else did, man. Yeah.
You criticized so much for your long hair and your razor. It seems so modest now.
Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything. We just jiggle, you know. Yeah.
They try and get a free show out of him now.
Oh, I don't know. I really can't criticize anybody. You know, in the entertainment field, I think there's room for everybody, and I hate to criticize another performer.
Oh, that's some stand-up guy stuff right there, man.
Well, the image is one thing, and a human being is another. You know. So
How close does it come? How close does the image come to the man?
it's very hard to live up to an image. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
I like the way he answered that. It's very hard to live up to an image. What she's saying, he's asking like, you know, how much of you is you and how much of you is this image? And he's just like, look, man, it's very hard to live up to an image altogether. So I think that it comes from experience. I think that maybe he was kind of living at some point to what everybody wanted him to be, and he eventually just grasped, man, this is who I am, and didn't try. He just came.
It's according to what you're talking about. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'd like to think so. I beg your pardon, sir? Well, I found that in the audiences that we have, it's mixed. It's older people, younger people, and the very young, and all types of people, you know, which is good.
That's beautiful.
Punt. No,
He said punt. I know he was big admirer of football.
I just made a movie of the last tour that I did. It's the first live concert that we ever filmed, so that's my next project that's coming out.
Miss, can we...
I just missed it. I missed
I can barely hear the question.
the closeness of an audience, of a live audience. So just as soon as I got out of the movie contracts, I started to do live performances again.
Will you be doing more and more now?
I think so. Because I'm sorry, there's so many places that I haven't been yet. Like I've never played New York here, you know. I've never been to Britain either, you know. I'd like it to, yes, sir. I'd like to very much. I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go to Japan and all those places. I've never been out of this country except in the service, you know.
Oh, Mr. Presley, on the subject
Wow, to be as big as he is and to be known, I'm sure, across the different countries. Wow.
of the service,
And I don't feel so bad.
what is your opinion of war protesters, and would you today refuse to be drafted?
Honey, I just seem to keep my own personal views about that to myself because I'm just an entertainer and I'd rather not say.
Do you think other entertainers should keep their views to themselves too?
No, I can't even say that.
Facts. As soon as he say yeah, then he would have been, hey. The narrative would have been, he can't share his views, but he wants to hear everybody else's, and yeah, it would have jumbled into something.
Beg your pardon? I might. Yeah, I might. No, it's recording. Yeah.
What do you got? What time do you got? What time do you got? One more question.
I can't hear the
You were
question.
allowed to what, dear?
Did you film your concert in Boston?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why is that, Colonel? She said, why could they film the concert in Boston and they couldn't film it here?
If you film it here, spread it around for you.
Elvis was like, whatever. Colonel was like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
So there you go. Yes. Yes.
Elvis, when consented to longer interviews or biography,
I just don't feel that it's time yet. You know, maybe I will someday, but not right now.
And it sucks, I can't hear the question.
Who's talking? The camera? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see. What'd you say?
do you think that your return signals the start of the return of other big name entertainers?
He tried so hard to see him.
I don't know. I didn't know they ever stopped. Did it? No, they. Talking under the table, okay. Have any other aspirations in politics or anything of that nature? No. Oh yeah, I'd like to do something.
Got away from the hard rock and roll that you did 15 years ago.
Okay.
Why is it that you got away from doing the hard rock? You really don't do that hard rock anymore, like the hard rock.
It's very
I can just hear the anxiousness within the crowd. Everybody's just saying, oh, jump on, I'm going to ask him this, and I'm going to ask him that.
difficult to find that type of song. It's hard to find good material nowadays. You know, for everybody, for all of us. You
You're
know.
one of the forerunners of rock and roll. You don't record hard rock anymore.
It's very difficult to find any good hard rock songs. Really. If I could find them, I would do them. You know.
Mr. Presley, who do you find sexy? Who are the people you think are sexy?
Aware of it.
What?
Really.
He completely was like, huh? It's kind of warping through right now.
I really can't sit them down. No, I can't. I can't do that. I just shouldn't save it for the show.
Mr. Presley, what do you think of women's?
Thank you.
What do you think of women's liberation?
Well, you know, watching is right. No,
Would it be a nice
on
gesture?
social comments like that, dear, I just tend not to make a comment.
Some of you people that had all these pictures, would you be nice to step aside and let these others take a few pictures?
I mean, you can't blame them, bro. It's just like, you know, people will crucify you. As we see in today's age, people will crucify you for your personal beliefs. They can't separate the man from the art now. Of course, if your not necessarily beliefs, but if your habits entail something that's very derogative and you know, I can understand, but it's like, you know, you can believe this way and not instead of that way, but you can still make good music. But because you believe this way, everybody that way is like, no, this music sucks. And it's just like, bro, wow.
Please, step aside, please. Let's all back up. Let's do another thing, please. Come on up with your camera. All here. Come on, let's
You're getting the head.
Come on, step aside.
I want the
Please.
curtain.
The
Get the curtain.
the belt is
Come on,
an
bring your cameras over here.
the belt is an
Would you
award
give
from
other
the.
fellas a chance. Come on through here.
As soon as the colonel gets through talking,
Come
I'll
on
tell
through
you.
here.
The Colonel, he talking over him.
The belt is an award.
Talk to your father. Can we talk to your father?
Will I talk to my father?
Can we
have
ask
to.
him a question?
He
Can
handles
we
all
ask
my
him,
personal affairs.
can we ask him a question? No. Can we ask your father a question?
Oh, sure.
The other Mr. Presley. At what point did you realize that your son was more than your son and now a very, very famous person?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. You know, it happened so fast, it's hard to keep up with it, you know. It just boom, overnight, and there it was.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe probably 1956, the first television show.
Do you have any regrets
I
that
tried
he's
to tell
become
him
that big?
sooner, but he wouldn't listen.
No, I have no regrets of it. In fact, I have enjoyed it, really.
That's beautiful.
All kidding aside, it happened very fast to all of us, my mother and my father and all of us. That, you know, everything happened overnight, and so we had to adjust to a lot of things very quickly. A lot of good things.
They talk just alike too.
After Elvis got famous, do you think he changed in any way at all? Or
No, not really. I can't tell that he changed it.
I sweat more. Yes. I can't. There's a lot of them. I can't think of any right offhand.
I like to live up to my reputation of being a nice guy. This is it, folks. Beautiful, baby.
I've got to go back to rehearsal, folks. Thank you very much.
Oh man, now I really want to see this movie now that we had a chance to get a glimpse of the man behind the music. I really enjoyed that. I feel like I got a very, very good sense of the type of man that he was. He was comical, very well thought out in you know how he chooses to respond. I can tell his father raised him up in a great way. So yeah, man, this is pretty cool. Thank y'all for coming to Kick It in the Kingdom. If it is your first time, truly hope it's not your last. You and I, we got to end ours, and that means we decide what's hot or what's not. This right here, come on now. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. But if you smash that like button on the way out in the world, y'all go check on somebody today. You never know what they're going through, and it can save their life.